Happy Halloween, YouTube! And don't I have a scare for myself today? My truck's broken. Pulled out a little after 8 o'clock this morning, local time. I'm still in Pennsylvania. There we go. Maybe better. So I pulled out, and my truck was acting sluggish. Hadn't been on the road more than 5, maybe 10 minutes, and check engine lights came on, and a little light started flashing at me by the DEF level. DEF is diesel exhaust fluid. Okay, between the diesel exhaust fluid and the DPF, diesel particulate filter, acts to cleanse the exhaust of a truck so it's blowing out almost clean air. More clean than a car engine. So I pulled over at the next service area. I got a total of 35.2 miles today. Pulled off the next service area, called on road, said, hey, I got this check engine light. I read what there's a little screen. Let's see if you can see on my dashboard right there. There's a little screen there that gives me information. There's actually several different screens I can page through. One's got air temperature and time. Another one's got like the water temperature and the how many volts the battery's charging. Just a bunch of different information I can page through, as well as error codes and so forth and so on. Gives me a message that the poor DEF quality, 25% engine derate. And it also had an exhaust issue. All in all, what I think is going on, the 3 different derates have derated my engine 75%. So only got a quarter right now of the power I'm supposed to have. Anyways, after I called on road, I talked to them for a few minutes. They told me to get to the nearest Petro or TA. Well, about 120 miles up the road from where I'm at. I'm going to be getting on Interstate 80. And if I go east instead of west, if I went east instead of west, I could get to TA that was only, a couple miles east of the interchange there between 76. I'm on the Pennsylvania Toll Road right now. It's Interstate 76. And, that'll take me through to a TA, get the problem fixed. And the guy was saying, probably just end up, draining the DEF that you've got and refilling it. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. Matter of fact, one thing I'm going to do, I found the day before yesterday, somebody had undone a fuel cap and left it hanging open while I was sleeping. The fuel tank was still full. They hadn't taken it. It was just basically they were fucking with me by unscrewing one of the caps and leaving it open. I'm actually waiting for a tow truck right now, too, so they're supposed to be here anytime now. So anyways, I got off the phone with them, restarted my truck, and this time, in addition to the check engine lights, there was a red engine light that said stop. Start pulling out, they told me to pull down to this TA. I'm on a toll road, so they can't really do anything for me here. And I barely got up to 5 miles an hour. So I pulled through the service area and, ended up backing into a spot here when I realized I wasn't going to be able to get going. Instead of pulling over on the side, in the middle of traffic, I was able to back into a spot here at the end of the service plaza. Called them again. They're like, okay, what you do is you call your driver manager. You find out what he wants to do with your load, whether he's going to repower it or he wants to tow it with your trailer, get it towed with the truck. The Freightliner dealership, they've got to send me to a Freightliner dealership. Says they'll be able to get you in today. So just find that out. We'll get the tow set up, so forth, so on. Okay, well, I called, and the only person in the office today is Dave. And I've been on hold so much today, it's not even funny. Got a hold of Dave, said, all right, sit tight. When I figure out how we're going to deal, when I finally get a hold of the planner, because apparently he called the planner a couple times and the guy wasn't even answering his phone. So when I get a hold of the planner, we'll figure out whether we're going to repower this or, just have you keep a hold of it until you can get going again, and I'll let you know. Well, 3 hours later, I called back, and he still doesn't know. And he puts me on hold for another 15 minutes, and he says, all right, look, we're extremely overbooked right now. We've got 100 loads that we can't even get to right now. We're overbooked by 100 loads, and we don't have anybody, in position to be able to take that load. Just have it towed with you. If they're keeping the truck overnight, make sure they put it in a secured lot. And, I've got my enforcer lock on it, so nobody's going to be able to get into it without fucking up the entire door. So, okay. So now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been dealing with this since 9 o'clock in the morning. Get a hold of them. Call on road back, get a hold of them. That time I was on hold for 35 minutes while the guy set up the tow that the girl said had already been set up. I gave him the reference number she gave me and everything. Came back, this is about 1:30 about that time, and told me, all right, tow truck will be there in about 90 minutes. We'll get you towed in. So I go into the service plaza, get something to eat and, stuff. Come back and they're calling me. They're asking me whether I'm eastbound or westbound. And I'm like, well, I'm westbound. It's like, all right, we're going to have to come down the turnpike, turn around, basically an hour and a half the other way. No, well, I guess it's about only an hour the other way, and then come back westbound to get to me, because there's nowhere you can turn around on the turnpike. You have to exit and re-enter, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So, at some point in the near future, the tow truck should be here. If I don't get... What is that town? Pittsburgh. The Freightliner dealerships in the suburb of Pittsburgh. If the truck is not fixed tonight, I'm more than likely going to end up going to a hotel for the night. Spending a night there and then coming back to the truck the next day. I might have to Uber it. I might be able to get a shuttle from the Freightliner people themselves. I don't know. Either way, the company will pay for the room if I need it. Company will reimburse me for the Uber if I use one. I'll need to get a receipt. I don't know how that works. Sorry, I keep looking for the tow truck. I'm getting anxious. It's been a while. But yeah, my truck's fucked up. I'm stuck in western Pennsylvania. I sincerely doubt that I will be able to get this load delivered on time tomorrow morning. As of right now, thanks to the ingenious 14 fucking hour clock that the DOT insisted on, I only have 7 hours and 10 minutes left of driving time today.
Home.
Let's
Messaging.
see.
You have 7 hours and 10 minutes of
I've
remaining
driven-
drive time.
Including the time that I sat on duty. I've driven a total, well, I guess there wasn't much on duty. I've used a total of 46 minutes today. I've driven 35 miles. I'm going to be towed further than I was able to drive today, and there was nothing wrong with my truck yesterday. At least not that I was aware of. It's possible that the rain last night messed up the DEF. I don't know. How that would have happened, I don't know. What's going on, I don't know. Poor DEF quality, poor exhaust, I don't know. Hopefully, though, this won't be too fucked up. I hope the rest of you guys have a happy Halloween, YouTube, because mine's not going to be fun. But I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon.